10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, and happy Monday. Welcome to one more show of Lunch with Faride. I hope that you stay tuned with us because today we're going to talk about how to push through, right? How to stay motivated when everything else around you is telling you to shut down. Today we're going to discuss some topics and I'm going to give you 5 pointers on how to stay motivated and push through the adversity. So stay with me. We'll be right back.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way.
Well, here we go. Mondays. What do we do on Mondays? Well, a lot of people see Mondays as a negative. I don't know about you, but I see Mondays as a restart button, right? A rewind button where you can restart that play and choose how you're going to watch it. So today I'm just here briefly to kind of stop in your day. Hopefully you're watching. Hopefully you participate with me. But let's talk about how to stay motivated. I know that a lot of people, right? This is Motivation Monday. That's what we're calling it. So hopefully I can give you a good message and something that we discussed today. Put on the comments if you're listening, where you're listening from. If there's something that kind of keeps you down on the low, maybe something that doesn't per se motivate you to keep going. Maybe today you're going to listen to one little clue or one little tip that may just change the way of thinking. So let's get right to it, right? Well, I see some people. Woohoo! All right, I see some people coming on. So let's say hello first. Here's Edna. Hi, Edna. Thank you for joining us today on Motivation Monday. I know you're a super motivated person as well. So this will be right up your alley and hopefully you get to participate with us. Here's Sonia. Hola, hola, hola. No, that's Thursday, Sonia. Today is hello. Right? So let's see who else. Happy Monday, Farid. Can't wait to get motivated. That's right, Alejandro. Today we are going to push through together because don't think that I don't have those days, okay? I have plenty of those during the year. But I'm going to give you some of the tips on how I stay motivated, how I keep going on a daily basis. And a lot of the things that I've learned throughout the years from from some of my biggest mentors or role models. And we're going to kind of package it all up today and discuss about it. Here's Edna. You are a great inspiration of enthusiasm. Oh, hermosa. Mwah, thank you. That's why I love you. But you know what? That's all I try to be. Am I perfect? No. Are you perfect? Absolutely not. So don't expect to be perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have downs. We all have our dull moments, right? There's situations in life that make us not be the best asset to be around. How do you handle it? How do you push through it? Is what your character will be made out of. Okay. So let's continue to watch. There's Viviana. Hola. No, sorry. Hello. We are on Lunch with Farid today. So I'm glad that you are joining me. We got many of you, a lot of my motivation friends are here. So I love you all for being a part of today's show. But yes, let's talk about this. Okay. How to stay motivated. This is Motivation Monday. How do you stay motivated? There's no perfect formula. Okay. Let's just get that out of the way right this minute. There is not one way that is better than another. You almost have to go dig deep inside and find what's going to work for you. What is the best method for you? Because motivation is key for anything you do. Whether you're getting motivated because you're going to start a new job, whether you are going to birth a new baby, whether you're barely in a relationship, right? A brand new relationship, or maybe an old relationship, something that you've been doing for years and years and years. How do you stay motivated through that? It's a real thin line of making or breaking something for your future. If you're going to start a new business, a new career, a new adventure, how do you keep the motivation the most exciting part of that? Okay. So I'm going to give you today 5 ways to stay motivated. And these are just tips that I've learned throughout. I mean, I probably have 20, but in the speck of time, I can't give you all 20. So I'm going to give you 5 that really pop up in my head. And please, please, please interact with me. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what you're thinking. So we're going to, whatever this applies to, okay? Whether this applies to starting a new business, whether this applies to starting a new relationship, whether this applies to keeping a relationship excited, or whether this applies just to wake up on a Monday and get going. It doesn't matter. Well, number 1, I would say, is you really need to become your own coach, okay? What this means is that you need to find ways to motivate yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you are, let's say you're married or you have a significant other, right, that you live with, unless that person is 100% on your path, on your level of mentality, they probably got their own issues going on. They probably have their own, like, I don't want to wake up, or, their own negativity. So if you do not motivate yourself first, do not expect for anybody else to motivate you. Now, of course, motivating yourself is finding ways on how you're going to motivate yourself. You're not the expert. You're not the psychology expert on motivation or the motivational speaker that can get you up and going. So find ways to motivate yourself. So the way I do it is I for sure act like if I was in a sport. Okay, so let's say I was a gymnast. Oh my goodness. I don't even know why I said that. Okay, we're going to say I was a dancer. I'm closer to that than I'll ever be a gymnast. So I'm a dancer. Okay, and I got to wake up early. I got to be in shape. I got to drink a lot of water. I got to do everything a dancer does. If there's any dancers watching, please tell us what you all do. But there's a routine, right, that you all have to do. So in this routine, can you afford, if you have, let's say, this competition, can you afford to be unmotivated at any given point? Well, no, you can't, right? Because then you'll be just an average dancer. I'm sure that if you're a competitive dancer, you want to be the best dancer. So this competitive dancer probably has an end result, has probably an end goal. But guess what? They have a coach. They have an accountability partner. They have a friend, a spouse, a significant other, a mom, a parent, a sister, a sibling, whatever, that is right there at them going, hey, you're the best. You got this. I got your back. We're rooting for you, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So what happens is you got to start thinking as a coach. Be your own coach. So if you were coaching somebody, would you be the negative one? Probably not. So think about that for a moment. Okay. If you were coaching somebody, would you be positive or would you be negative? Well, obviously, it's your responsibility as a coach to pump your student, to pump your athlete. So from this point forward, change your mentality from wanting to be coached to you coaching you. So I have a coach. The coach is Faride to stay motivated. My number one coach is Faride. Do you guys understand? So from this point forward, wake up with the hat of a coach, right? With the whistle in your hand and go, "Eat up, cowboy. Eat up, cowgirl. Let's get going." Because we got a mission to accomplish. We got a goal to accomplish. We got a day to accomplish. We got to, whatever it is, you guys, become your own coach. That's number one. Hopefully you're taking notes. Let's see. Somebody's saying something, so we're going to go to the comments. Yeah, Edna, try new things. Yeah, that's a good one. It's actually in my 5 steps. So let me hide that for a moment and we'll get back to it, okay? But I love it. I love it. Stay tuned because there is 4 more that are awesome and amazing. So number 2, identify your goal. Does that dancer just dancing for the heck of it? Or is there an end goal to that dancer? Whether it's a career, booking a gig on Broadway, getting that video, right, to hire them, whether it is a competition, the Olympics, there's always an end goal to an athlete, always. So this dancer, right, that we're using as an example, has a coach, but is also coaching her or himself to fulfill their goal and their dream, which is winning or competing, right? Whatever it is. So identify and remember what motivates you. What motivated you to be an entrepreneur? What motivated you to have the best career that you can think of? What motivated you to be with that person that you started a relationship with? What motivated you? Because a lot of times, let's say we start a relationship and we're all in the hype. There's a bubble, right? There's a timeline. Hopefully some last a long time. Some of them are very short-lived, where you're excited about a person. You see no flaws. Everything is beautiful. Everything is amazing. And then that kind of starts dwindling off because you both get accustomed and then you don't try anymore, right? Because you don't have your end goal in mind. It kind of dwindled off. It kind of like, it got old. So how do you keep that fire? Is by always remembering what motivated you to be with that person. So if you were alone, if you were sick and tired of not having somebody that didn't care for you, if you weren't appreciated, and then this person showed that, well, don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that because you got comfortable in this relationship. Same thing with the job, right? Same thing. We find the job because we are in need of whatever it is, fulfillment or finances. And then we take our jobs for granted. Or we open up a business because we're excited, because we want to own our own time, because we want to be our own bosses, because then time takes its toll and we forget why we started. So identify the end goal, whatever it is. If it's a relationship, maybe you just want to be happy for the rest of your life and you want that significant other, that support system, that person to wake up in the morning and look at you in the face and tell you, "I love you. Go have a great day." If it's business, you started it. Why? What was your end goal? You wanted to be financially free. You wanted to guide people, lead people, etc. So without you forgetting why you started and what your goal is, that will keep you motivated to keep going. So that's tip number 2. Let's look at some of the comments. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let's put this on here. So somebody is asking me, Brian, I wonder how you pronounce your last name, Brian. I'm gonna take a shot, okay? I apologize ahead of time if I'm miss saying it. Well, you don't see a ring on this finger, correct? But I am not single. I am in a very happy relationship. I probably could say I'm in the beginning stages of living a dream romantic relationship, just like every relationship starts. So hopefully you pray for us and you wish us well, and we can spend the rest of our lives together, because that's exactly how I see him, right? As the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. So thank you. But I do have a lot of single friends I can introduce you to. All right, let's get back. Okay, see, some people get motivated just by that. So let's keep going. All right. Yep, we got some comments coming in. Well, I'll be putting them in there. Okay, I promise you, I'll put your comments on there. But let's get to number 3. Number 3. Well, number 3. So again, number 1, become your own coach, motivate yourself. Number 2, identify your goal and identify and remember what motivated you. And number 3 is get up and get to it. Lord have mercy. How do I hate lazy people? You know, and I get lazy. Don't get me wrong. I get lazy myself. Sometimes I'm having such a great time with my bed that I don't want to get up and get going. You know, sometimes I don't know. I had a great evening of friends or family, or I drove long hours, or I stayed up, or I had a drink or two, and that next morning I don't want to get going. But I have to become my own coach, right? My own coach wouldn't let me slag. My own coach wouldn't let me stay in bed while I have a competition to fulfill. And I remember my goal. What do I have to accomplish this week? Well, maybe it's the weekend. Maybe I'm looking forward to the weekend. So in order for me to have an awesome weekend, I need to get my stuff done during the week. So my coach, my own personal inner coach, and my goals help me to get up, get fired up, get going, get to it, and go kill it. Does that make sense? So one goes with another. So I'm kind of just giving you my little sense of how we get the day going. And again, my way may not be your way, and that's perfectly fine. Don't do everything Faride says, but utilize what works for you and kind of shove to the side what doesn't work for you. But if you continue to do it wrong over and over and over, you might, okay, want to do the next step. And what is the next step? Step number 4 is surround yourself with doers, okay? The environment that you surround yourself is key. If, you know, we talk about this all the time, dream stealers, right? We talk about unsupportive family members, unsupported spouses, or non-supportive. I'm not even sure how to say it the right way. But we talk about that all the time. Well, you're not going to go divorce somebody just because, you know, they don't support you. You really have to dig deep and find out why aren't they supporting you. I guarantee you the most of the people that don't support you, it's just they don't understand what you're doing. Okay. Maybe you haven't been able to explain it correctly. Maybe they haven't seen what you've seen. How many times do you go, let's say, to a job interview, right? Here's you and your spouse. You go to a job interview, and then all of a sudden, you get excited about it. Why? Because the person interviewing you is making you all fired up. It's explaining to you. It's giving you the vision of what you're going to need. And you get all fired up and you say, yes, I accept this job, right? And you may have taken a small pay cut, or you may have taken, I don't know, less benefits, whatever. You get home, you go tell your spouse, and your spouse goes, why'd you get that job? You're gonna drive further, you're gonna do this, you da 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 da, and here's all this negativity. Well, maybe all you did was come back from your 1 hour interview where they're selling you the dream of that, and you come back and go, oh my God, I accepted a job, I'm gonna make less money, but it's all gonna be great, yada yada yada. Well, at that point, your spouse is like, wait a minute, you're not seeing something, so you're being fooled, you're being taken advantage of. So they become negative out of fear or out of not knowing. Does that make sense? So when that happens, you have to understand that hopefully you made the right decision for yourself. And if not, you're willing to experience it. Okay? There's no experience in my book that you take that is a wasted opportunity. Every single opportunity is an opportunity for growth. You either learn from it or you grow from it. Okay, that's it. And if that opportunity just happens to be the opportunity of a lifetime, you don't want a negative person to kill that for you. You want to be the one making the decision if that opportunity is something you want to take, if your gut feeling is telling you so. But if you surround yourself with doers, people that have done it. So I'll give you an example. When I'm going to do something new, again, whether it's personal, business, or faith, I usually go to somebody who's a doer, who has done it, who has proven it. And I ask for their opinion. I don't ask them to tell me what to do. Okay, let's make that clear. I ask them of what they would do. Based on what their response is, I make my clear judgment on how I think I should proceed. I may still do it, even if it's negative. I may still try it. Why? Because I believe in myself, because I'm excited about it, because I'm the one that's seeing it. Maybe I see a vision that they don't. You know, if I'm going to start a new business, I, of course, will go to my mom. You know, she was an entrepreneur herself. I would go to my mom and I would say, you know, I'm trying to start this business and this is what I'm planning on doing. What do you think? Now, I'm not expecting my mom to say, do not open that business. But I am hoping that my mom says, you know what? I did this. It worked for me. Maybe you could try it this way. Maybe you could try it that way. And that will help. Does that make sense? So by surrounding yourself with doers, you kind of kill all the naggers and you kill all those people that are not going to help you make a correct decision. So environment is key. When have you gone to a job that all the people are mean, they're all in a bad mood because they got to work, et cetera, and you have a good day? You don't, because they're all messing up your day. But I'll tell you what, when I was going through a divorce 10, 12, 13 years ago, okay, through my breakup and divorce, and the environment that I was surrounded in was what saved me. Number one, that environment led me to the 5 Love Languages book. I would have never learned about the 5 Love Languages if I had not been in that environment with positive people, with, you know, with people that are always in the hype of thinking instead of on the down of thinking, because you're your own enemy. You can talk yourself out of things and you can talk yourself into things. Let me tell you. I had a conversation with my best friend this morning, one of my best friends, one of my great friends, this morning about, you know, something that he's going on. And it took me a minute to think. And one of the things he said, well, if I made a mistake on this decision, I would be too proud to go and mend it, to go and you know, put my steps back or trace my steps back. And my advice to him was like, stop doing that. We're too old to be thinking that way. If you've made a mistake, own up to it. Go back to it. Try to mend it. And stop being too proud and saying, I'm going to suffer for the rest of my life because I made that decision. No, we don't make decisions to hurt ourselves. Okay? All your decisions should be to enhance your life. And if enhancing your life means that you got to be brokenhearted, sad, miserable, then freaking go. I'm not going to say it. I'm on live. So no. Okay. But you get my point. Okay. So if the friends that you have right now are pushing you down, it's time for you to find new friends. Okay. If your environment is negative, it's time for you to find a new hobby, a new environment. And last, but definitely not least, let me go back here. Oh, okay. More comments. So you need to support yourself first, as well as continue to work on your set goals. Absolutely. Okay. You're your own coach. You're your own motivator. You're your own, motion picture. So hopefully you don't forget that. And then I have, hi, I'm not sure what your name is. Looks like you have a nickname on there, but hola, hola, hello, hello. Thank you for being tuned in today. We have a lot of you in today. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So let's get to, again, let's recap. Become your own coach, right? Motivate yourself. Number 2, identify your goal. Identify and remember what motivated you and your end goal. Number 3, get up, get to it. Start right away, get fired up. Motion creates emotion. Number 4, surround yourself with doers. Your environment needs to change to the positive because that's what you're going to need to keep on going. Try new friends, new things. Edna said it, right? Try new things. Here you go. That's number 4. And number 5 is reward yourself or start over. So if you accomplish your end goal, please reward yourself. If you had small wins, pat yourself on the back and go, yep, I got this. I am it. I am the, the champion. I am it. Why not? Some people think that you're being cocky. Some people think that you're being, egotistic by saying, that's right, I got this. I felt proud of myself. No, guys, you need to be your own motivator and be proud of whatever small or big accomplishments, little ones. If you can't get something done in the entire day, maybe there was 1 hour of your day that you got something done and you go, hey, good girl. That's my girl. That's my boy. And you try to do it in another hour again. It's more than if you don't do nothing and you stay there and then the whole week just goes away. Okay? So acknowledge your wins, pat your back, and be proud. Even if it was a small win, right? We celebrate all wins. It's the key success. And so with that said, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this show. I enjoy sharing this with you. And I'm so glad for the ones that got to see this because I will be doing a Motivation Monday once a month. I know that a lot of us, we're getting to the stretch of the end of the year and we really haven't accomplished a lot. And so it ain't over till the fat lady sings. They say it right there. So we are in November. We still got almost 2 months to complete the year. Write down everything that you haven't accomplished and tackle the things that you can accomplish. So at least at the end of the year, you have a few things that you were able to accomplish. That's all. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to please yourself. Because if you're pleased, then you become a magnet for everybody else. If you're happy with what you've done, even if it was small, then the rest is just attraction, the law of attraction, which we'll talk about in another Motivation Monday. I want to bring in the law of attraction and talk about that. But let's do it. More Motivational Mondays. That's right. Once a month, Alex, I promise you I will bring you guys my Motivation Mondays. All of you that I mentor, you all know these are our pet talks anyway. So I love you all. Thank you for being here. I've enjoyed this talk. You guys know this is my thing, right? So thank you for being here. We'll see you next Monday with another great show of Lunch with Faride.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way.